Have you ever wondered what it's like to live with dementia? Dementia isn't just about declines in cognitive abilities and other functions. It's also about the heavy emotional toll taken on people directly affected. Let's take a moment to step into their world and catch a glimpse of what life with dementia might feel like. Imagine this: you're preparing your favorite meal, but what was once a simple and enjoyable activity now feels overwhelming. You can't remember if you have added an ingredient, and you're unsure of what to do next. Picture yourself reading a book or watching your favorite TV show, only to struggle with following the plot or making sense of the lines. Imagine trying hard to figure out the right bus to take or getting lost on your way home from the local supermarket. How would you feel in those moments? How would you feel when you couldn't manage even the simplest tasks? How confusing, frustrating, and disturbing would it be? How would you feel to gradually let go of the things you once cherished, from your social roles to your precious memories? How would you feel if one day you could no longer remember names or recognize the faces of those you once dearly loved? How dispiriting, distressing, and frightening would that be? These moments and feelings may not fully capture the experience of someone living with dementia, as it affects each person differently. But by imagining these scenarios, we can begin to recognize the reality that people living with dementia might face every day. We can start to understand the feelings of powerlessness and helplessness as a result of what they have lost, what they are gradually losing, and what they will lose. People living with dementia describe their experience as floating in and out of consciousness, with moments of lucidity and moments of confusion. They also describe a complex world of emotions that are central to the experience of dementia. Feelings like shame, embarrassment, confusion, uncertainty, sadness, anxiety, fear, isolation, and grief. These are all understandable reactions to the many losses that dementia brings to their lives. It's essential to understand the struggles of people living with dementia and acknowledge that life can often be challenging for them. But it's also important to remember that they do have positive moments and emotions too. There may be dark and foggy days, but there are also sunny days with happiness and joy. Wendy Mitchell, an author with early onset dementia, wrote that dementia has a beginning before the end, and so much life to live in between. And this sentiment echoes across the first-hand accounts of many people living with dementia. After overcoming the initial shock and despair, people living with dementia often learn to adapt to these changes, focusing on maximizing their remaining abilities and resources. This is especially true for those in the earlier stages of dementia, who are still capable of doing things independently with support from family and friends when needed. Look around and you will see people living with dementia pushing forward. They continue connecting with others and engaging in activities they enjoy, such as going to the shops, spending time outside with family, walking, gardening, knitting, journaling, painting, singing in a choir, volunteering, and so much more. Staying positive and being part of things, despite needing extra time for tasks, is a way of facing the challenges. They work out strategies to keep track of things, like making notes, having calendars, whiteboards, reminders, or diaries to remind themselves of important dates and events. They focus on living in the present, celebrate what they can still do, let go of big tasks, and find small victories in completing simpler ones. Some also actively advocate for others with dementia, raise awareness, and fight for equality. They write blogs, articles, or books, post on forums and social media, or present at conferences and workshops to share about their own experiences and offer insights into what it's like to live with dementia. People living with dementia make an effort to live positively each day. With the right support and understanding of others, they can feel more empowered to keep fighting and to live life to the fullest. Many people living with dementia express a simple wish to be seen as a person, just like everyone else. While they may experience changes in certain abilities and functions, their human desire to connect with others, to feel heard, understood, and valued remains unchanged. They still want to be taken seriously, be listened to, and be treated with dignity and respect. So, what can we do to help? Please join me again in exploring the world of someone living with dementia and imagine what they might feel like in the following moments. Imagine this. You are walking on a track, your cherished activity. The surroundings are calming, with birds chirping and sunlight filtering through the leaves. But the path ahead seems unfamiliar, and you're uncertain of where it leads. Walking alongside you is a companion who lets you set the pace. They gently point out sights you might enjoy as you walk together. You can feel the warmth in their voice and see it in their smile. With them by your side, you explore the track, knowing they will guide you back home safely. How would it feel to have that kind of support? How comforting would it be to be in a space where you can engage at your own pace and in your own way? Now imagine this. You're visiting a community garden full of herbs and flowers. Someone hands you a sprig of rosemary and invites you to smell it. Together, you pause to touch, smell, and talk about different herbs. How would it feel to share this sensory experience with others? What difference does it make to be surrounded by people who welcome and respect you for who you are without judgment? Small gestures of understanding and support can significantly enhance the lives of people living with dementia. Thank you for being part of the Nature Hubs. Together, we can add positive and meaningful moments to the lives of people living with dementia. Together, we can create a nurturing and enabling environment where these moments flourish.